Aloha, nirashaimase. Welcome to Sup-Sapporo, Dosanko Live. This is Chad and Jamie hanging in Sapporo, Japan. Thanks for joining us. If you're back and like what you heard, please support us and hit that subscribe button. Mahalo.
All right. Episode 8.
Greetings and salutations. I hope everybody's doing fine out there.
Yes. Hope everyone's having a good week.
We had some
week.
Yeah. Actually, we both had an interesting week. We had some interesting things happening. So, So let's see here. How was the week in general?
Before we start our week, let's kampai.
Oh, I came prepared with Ibisu.
Nice. You got
or
that.
Backwards, it says Useyib.
You got some expensive beer.
Yeah. I had a good weekend. Kampai. All right.
It's been a while.
Oh man, it's been a while. Like a day?
About
24 hours, 12 hours, 12 hours.
You got me.
Yes, I do. I know you, man. Yeah, I had a good weekend, man. This particular week, let's see here. This weekend, yesterday, bought a inflatable pool, so I was hanging on my pool.
Nice.
Had a barbecue yesterday. Excellent barbecue, and I had sushi today, so it was excellent.
What did you cook?
Yesterday, what did we have? We had lots of vegetables. I cooked. What's that stuff called? I had a bunch of chicken. I had.
I like that. I had a bunch of vegetables. I had chicken.
Yeah. No, I know. What's that stuff called? It's like that mashed up pork that's on a stick.
Tsukune.
Yeah, it's tsukune. I love that stuff, dude.
It's basically
excellent. Yeah.
Kind of like a hamburger on a stick, and you cook it like
that stuff.
Great,
man. Great stuff. Had chicken. Had
what kind of vegetables you have?
Scallops. Asparagus. I had potatoes.
Oh, all right.
What
Some
else?
tokubi.
Onions.
No corn.
No corn. It was kind of mild. It was kind of a mellow kind of barbecue, but it was great, man. Those potatoes are fantastic. We had yesterday, man.
Yeah, man. I'm not really a potato guy, but Hokkaido potatoes are really good.
Bro, Hokkaido is excellent for a lot of things, man. But yeah, the vegetables here, the corn. Oh,
yeah, corn.
As we say in Hawaii,
rubs.
Yeah, dude. As we say in Hawaii, the old school guys, broke the mouth, bro. Broke the mouth. Really, really good. Really good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. There's a lot of things like I was never really into bread and potatoes until I moved here. Yeah. It's just
you're a total
so
Hawaii
different.
person, huh?
Yeah, man. All rice. I used to order all rice. You ever do that?
I used to
plate lunch.
Plate lunch, all rice.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody has all rice, but like I don't know. For me, it's different, I guess, because I lived in Georgia, I lived in Colorado, so like a lot of those places you can't order rice. You have to go to like a special Hawaii restaurant or Japanese restaurant to get rice. So lots of bread, lots of potatoes, mashed potatoes. Oh, southern mashed potatoes. Oh,
and no, I was never into it. Like my aunt who lives in California, she had some craving for rice once in a while. I guess it's not as bad as where you were living, but she had to go to a
California
Chinese restaurant.
Yeah. California is more like a lot more Asians over there, I guess. So
I think now
actually Georgia wasn't too bad.
It wasn't too bad.
No.
What is like restaurants? What's the best food in Georgia? What are they famous for?
Oh, bro, anything fried. Yeah, anything fried, and everything's fried, and they use lard in it. Super horrible for you. Fantastic, good taste, man. Like a fried chicken fried steak, big slab of like mashed potatoes. Corn. I don't like coleslaw, bro, but man, I would down me some coleslaw from Georgia, dude. Fried chicken fried steak, anything fried, bro. Everything's fried over there, dude. Fried with lard. Everything.
So they can eat all that, but they probably frown upon spam.
Oh, I don't remember much people eating spam in Georgia, man.
Do you eat
Yeah.
spam?
Yeah, of course I do.
No,
Come
I met
on, come
some
on.
no, I have some Australian friends and they're not having any of it. I told them the next time we meet up, I'll prepare some spam for them. I think they just were eating it out of the can. I don't think they were frying it.
Yeah, dude. Like, come on. There's some. I mean, spam fried rice. You know what I mean? Spam fried
Yeah,
rice, spam musubi. That's some. I mean, you can make spam quesadillas. Not quesadillas, but you can make like burritos or whatever. The
yeah.
spam all
No, you
chopped
can
up
make
inside.
quesadillas. It's all right.
Yeah, quesadillas. Yeah,
Yeah, I eat
good stuff, bro.
spam at least once a week.
Oh, damn! Really?
Yeah, we always buy 2 packs from Costco every time we go.
Oh, damn,
You don't eat spam?
bro. I eat spam
Oh no, it's
like
frozen.
once a year, maybe.
Once a year?
Probably.
Why? How
I
do
mean,
you
why?
live?
I eat all kinds of different stuff, dude. My diet's completely changed since I moved here, dude. Yeah, completely changed.
Man, I'm still eating spam and we buy some corned beef and cabbage.
Damn, corn, beef, and cabbage. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's great, man.
You take the boy out of the island. You can't take the island out of the boy, man. Damn.
Yep, guarantee.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So you had a barbecue. Nice.
Yeah, barbecue. How was your week? What did you do? This weekend at least.
Well, today I went to Maruyama and I hiked with my family. We hiked Maruyama. Have you
Oh,
ever been up
Moiwa.
there? Not Moiwa, Maruyama, the
Maruyama.
Maruyama hiking trail.
Is it the one next to the well, is it the one next to Maruyama Cohen?
Yeah, yeah. It's probably part of Maruyama Park or
Oh, okay, yeah.
near the
It's
shrine.
across. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, I love that place. That place is great.
Have you ever done that hike?
I went about maybe 3/4 of the way. It's a really nice scene,
You
man. It's
turned back?
very.
Why
No,
didn't you finish it?
well, I had my reasons, but like, yeah, I only went about halfway and I went back.
You had to shit, right?
No, I like to just shit in the woods.
Man, it was a decent hike. A lot of people say
Yeah,
it's easy, but I never went hiking, and all I can really compare it to is Diamond Head.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's much tough. It's not much more. It's a little tough, a little more tougher than
Dude,
Diamond Head.
dude, dude. Yeah, some of the hiking up here is crazy, bro. Do you know where Sankaku is? There's a
Yeah,
there's a mountain called
Sankakuyama.
Sankaku. Yeah, I hiked that maybe 3 years ago when we first
Yeah,
moved into this house. Damn, that's a fucking hike, dude. That is
Sankakuyama.
vertical. Oh, bro, that's vertical, dude.
That's supposed to be one of the easier ones, though.
I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what. Well, I was fatter back then, and I never hiked before, so it was. I don't know, bro. It was all vertical, dude.
Yeah, you're jogging now. Try it again. It's gonna be easy. Because I think Maruyama is supposed to be a little more tough than Sankakuyama.
No fucking way. No way, dude.
Yeah, like
Sankaku,
Sankakuyama.
I get. Yeah, dude. I don't know which way those people are talking about, but I went up this weird like in Yamanote, this weird road that you had to walk up, and then you walk up from this next to like a hospital or something. It was fucking kind of tough. It was hot. It was in August too. I think I did. It was hot as shit too. So like that didn't help.
Hmm. Nah,
Nice
try
view
it
though.
again,
Beautiful
though.
view, dude.
Try it again. I think it was because you were out of shape, maybe.
Yeah, I was in a shape. I was in the shape of a fucking boat. That's what the shape was.
Yeah. And then there's Moiwa too. Moiwa is supposed to be a little more tough than Maruyama.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
I
yeah, it
don't.
was my first
Yeah, hiking.
time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my
It's
first.
what's funny is all these people from Hawaii. People that move to Hawaii. They like doing this outdoor shit and they like doing hiking and like. Don't you like going hiking? And yeah, I'm like fuck. I don't fucking hike. I try to avoid fucking walking up any fucking hills as much as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, when we were growing up, I don't think it was as popular, but
Yeah.
maybe within the last 10 years or so,
Yeah.
there's sort of a boom in hiking. It kind of plateaued
That's,
now.
yeah, it's because all of the people moving to Hawaii, right? They're all they're like outdoorsy kind of. They love outdoors and they kind of like doing that kind of stuff. So swimming and hiking and
I
I don't know,
think
fucking hiking. Ain't
social
doing that shit.
media, maybe social media, like everyone wants to go out now and post stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So I think that helped it too. Because I
yep.
posted stuff when I went up Maruyama today.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, man, I was living here for 9 years, and actually, I forgot. On the 14th, not 14th, 15th, it was my
Yeah.
Japan anniversary. So
Oh,
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah,
Fuck, bro. What's that? Damn. Well, how old were you when you moved here?
I don't remember. I think 25. Yeah, 25. I was 25,
Oh, damn, dude. Young man.
and 9 years. I've never done that hike. I don't know. It was my first time. It was good. It was good. There's a nice view and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hiking is pretty cool, dude. It's pretty nice. But I don't know. I mean, all that kind of stuff in Hawaii we never did either. So there's lots of things in Hawaii I never did, man. So
At least Maruyama is one of the safer ones. I think I saw a fence going all the way around, so
yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah,
no
yeah, yeah.
bears. It's a
Yeah.
safe mountain, a bearless mountain.
No, no, just wear a bell, man.
Yeah, I heard a couple bells, but
Yeah, yeah.
I yeah, I don't think you need one for Maruyama.
Yeah.
Probably Moiwa, you need a bell, or
Oh
you
yeah,
need
they
to
get
make some
bears sleeping on it.
noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We should go. Let's go climb Moiwa one day.
All right, sure.
I,
All
I
right.
like I like the enthusiasm you put there. Like
Yeah,
sure,
yeah, yeah. All right, sure.
bro. My one of my friends came. Um, he climbed the mountain. It wasn't in Hokkaido. It's like a little south. It was like an island, a famous hike.
Yeah,
Um, damn, I forgot the name of it. But anyway, he had a great story. So he went up there with his cousin, and he didn't realize how long the hike's supposed to be.
yeah,
And they went up. He went up with a bottle of scotch and some dried fish and a power bar.
yeah.
And then the first thing that went wrong was they didn't make the checkpoint, and then it was so dark, so they were just like stuck in the woods, like pitch black. They had no
Yeah.
flashlights. They had their cell phone. They didn't have any water. They just had the bottle of scotch. So they found a rock with
Oh,
some
dude.
moonlight, and then
Yeah.
they just got fucked with the scotch. And they were hungry, so they're eating their dried fish and power bar.
Yeah. That totally sounds like all those people that go to Hawaii and they want to go see the lava flow and shit. So they go in the lava fields and then near like but they want to go see it at night. So they walk on the lava fields and they're wearing slippers, no flashlight, no food, no water, and they thought they could just go walking in the fucking in the lava flow, in the lava area, lava fields to go see like the lava flow, and they get lost
Why
and
the
they
hell
can't
would
see
you
shit
walk on the lava floor?
because they're fucking stupid, dude. I'm not talking, like the dried lava. They're trying to go in like in the lava field, like the was it Pahoehoe lava fields, whatever,
That's so.
like that.
That's different than walking up a mountain. Like it's a lava field.
Yeah, yeah, but like I don't know, and it's funny. Those guys get lost and they fall down. Their legs are all fucked up. They hit like they like they're walking all around the rock. They fall in that the spiky like lava rocks.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
and then they got and then they got search parties. Like my dad used to work for the state. They got search parties looking for these people stuck in the fields and shit. And that's pretty funny.
They got to airlift them out or what?
Sometimes, yeah,
Wow, that's pretty mean.
that's called stupid, stupid.
And then they take some lava rocks for souvenirs. I
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
lost, and then they mail it back a few
yeah,
months
yeah.
later.
At least I got this like nice souvenir from Hawaii when I was like lost in a lava field. Like what? All this cursed shit starts happening afterwards.
They don't even know.
Yeah, they don't know.
Yeah, I had some friends that worked at the post office, and then they said the amount of lava rocks that get sent back
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah. They have their own department, right? They have like their own area, right? They collect like the lava rocks from souvenirs and shit, right?
Yeah. So if you visit, don't ever take lava rocks from
Yeah, yeah.
Hawaii. Don't do
Don't
it.
take shit from Hawaii. Just leave it there.
Yep.
You guys
Yeah,
can take as many koki frogs as you like, though, from the Big Island, though.
take them all. Take all the frogs.
Take them all. Take those. Those things make great souvenirs, great stocking stuffers for Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was young, they were non-existent. It was, I don't know when I was in maybe middle school when they started to show up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't remember.
yeah, yeah. I was in Georgia when that was happening, but yeah, some of them hitched a ride from Puerto Rico and the Walmart when Walmart moved to Hawaii, Hilo especially, and I think they people took their plants home and these frogs are on there and they just populated the whole island, dude. Well, at least the Hilo side of the island.
Yeah, there's a lot too in Eva Beach side.
Oh, really? You guys got them over there?
Yeah, we got on Oahu too.
Oh, dang.
Not in my
Uh,
neighborhood though.
yeah.
Luckily.
Dude, where my dad lives, it's like a fucking like an orchestra, dude. Like rip it, like beep, 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 like loud thousands, bro.
That's crazy. All right. So that was today. All right, so shall we just jump into it?
All right, let's talk about this. I guess today's topic actually relates
Yeah.
to your week, right? So what happened? What's going on?
Yeah, so we kind of touched on it in one of the past podcasts. We talked about
Yeah,
funerals a little bit.
yeah,
So last week, the reason why we didn't make an episode was I had to attend a funeral. One of our relatives passed away, so
yeah.
um, that's what I was doing. It was crazy too because we were about to start this podcast. We were checking the audio. Um, I even had my whiskey ready, and then I got the call like, oh, we have to go to the hospital and see because
Mm,
things weren't looking good.
yeah,
And from there, everything just went down, and I had a busy week. It was a
yeah, yeah,
funeral week. Yeah.
yeah,
So we just talk a little bit about the Japanese style funerals today because it was
yeah,
interesting, and I actually forgot a lot about the way they do funerals here.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
the last funeral I went to was maybe about 6 or 7 years ago, and
Oh wow,
there,
it's been a while.
yeah, it's been a while, and there was just I just 6 or 7 years ago, I just remember like the
Yeah,
black suit. You had to you had this
yeah,
very strict dress code, no
yeah, yeah,
design, pure
yeah,
black, pure white. You can't have anything with the stitching or anything.
yeah,
And it was very depressing. Like that
yeah,
that's what I remembered. But there was
yeah.
so much more to it. So I wanted to try and talk about that today.
Cool. Yeah. So, yeah, so
Yeah.
condolences to you and your family and stuff too, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
But
Um
yeah, these funerals are interesting. It's from a Western perspective, it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of the ritual. Actually, it's still pretty ritualistic considering it's modern day. There's a lot of ritual, very old ritual things still happening in these funerals. It's really interesting, and
yeah.
it's a long process too. It's a very long process.
And when you compare it to like I'm comparing it to Hawaii style funerals, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Hawaii style, and most of my family in Hawaii is Catholic, so it's kind of like a Catholic style Hawaii style funeral, which is what
Yeah.
I grew up with. Um, have you been to funerals in Hawaii?
Yes, I went to my grandfather's funeral and my mom's funeral. So I've been. I think I may have been to more, but I've been to about two. So my grandfather's one was. I think he was Christian. So and he knew a lot of people. I was living in Colorado at the time, so I went to back to Hawaii to go to his funeral, and I just came for the body viewing. I didn't stay for the second part of the funeral. Uh,
Oh,
the second part of the funeral where all the guests come and friends of the family and stuff. But evidently, my grandfather knew a lot of people, so he had maybe a couple of thousand people coming.
Damn, that's huge.
Yeah,
Can't do that now. Yeah, especially since there's Corona now. It was a
yeah,
little
yeah,
more
yeah,
different too. But
yeah,
the attire I'm guessing was probably Hawaii style with some aloha shirts, or was it
yeah, yeah.
all black and white?
No, no, no. Everyone, the women dressed kind of nice. The men would wear like black or with a tie or something like that, but or Hawaiian shirt or something.
Yeah,
So and it's pretty standard. It's pretty standard American style. If you have the body viewing, it was the body viewing. Somebody goes up and says a couple of things, and then depending on the process after that, either go to cremation or burial in the ground. So it's pretty standard. I think nothing in Hawaii. I don't think anything in Hawaii stands out as far as unusual as far as like west goes, where the Western style goes.
I think the attire is a little different though. Like I don't think they
Yeah.
use aloha shirts in the in the mainland.
Oh yeah. Well, that definitely that culture is not there. So
Yeah, because then like you sometimes the family like to have matching aloha attire, and then
yeah,
maybe from there it's pretty much the same. But
yeah, yeah.
are there parties and stuff too in the mainland style?
Yeah, I think yeah. I think there's usually a get together or something afterwards.
All right.
But well, I don't know. For me, it was very interesting. Like going to my grandfather's funeral. Was interesting too. Yeah, everyone gets together and just talks, and it's literally like a party. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of weird. It's kind of interesting, you know.
Yeah, they just talk
Especially
about memories and stuff.
yeah, yeah, and then they have lots of food and stuff. So it's very I don't know. For me, it's kind of weird. Just especially if it's somebody close, somebody you're close to, and then you're kind of having a party about this person, without that person there, and just thinking about the person, just died or whatever. It was very interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm used to. That
Yeah,
especially like I guess in my family, like the parties were really big, and then you see lots of relatives from
yeah, yeah.
like extended relatives, and you've never seen them for a while.
Mm. Only weddings and funerals, right?
Yeah. So it's completely different than that, the Japanese style, especially since it's not a full body burial.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, let's break
Um,
that down.
what happened? So what happened was, or first, like after they pass away in the hospital, you call some workers. I don't know exactly what kind of workers they are, but you call these funeral people, or these people that you call after they pass away. I don't know exactly what
Yeah,
their title is, but they come
yeah,
and they pick up the body, and then the first
yeah,
thing you do is you want to bring them back to the home. So they bring the body back to the house,
yeah,
not a morgue, like
yeah.
straight to the
They bring it back
house.
to the house. Yeah,
And our family was kind of hooked up, so we did it really quick. Like not even an hour later, we brought him back to the house. Usually it's maybe a day or the next day or something like that, because they have to gather paperwork. But we brought him back to the house, and then you put them down. It's pretty cool too how they have like this gurney thing. I don't know what it's kind of like a blanket that you put them on, so they lie on it,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
they carry them like that. And when you open it up, it becomes like the sheet, like a bed sheet.
Hmm.
It's this special bed sheet, and it looks nice when you unfold it. So
Yeah,
they set the body and the head. I learned that the head has to be next to the altar. So the head's near the altar side.
yeah,
And yeah, and then they set them there, and then those guys call what I like to call the ice person, the dry ice
mm.
person. The
Yeah,
dry there's a dedicated dry ice man or lady,
yeah,
and the dry ice person just comes and uh dry ices the body. Ice keeps it cool so the body doesn't rot. And
yeah,
then
yep,
this dedicated dry ice person comes every day to check the dry ice and change it out so that
Mm.
keep the body cool.
Yep.
So you do that, you bring the body home, you plan everything, and you have some prayers. A monk comes, does
Yeah.
some type of ritual, some prayer thing, and some family members from all over or neighbors come, especially if the name is in the obituary. But
Yeah. Yeah.
because of Corona and the timing, we didn't get the name in the obituary at time, and we actually told people not to come because
Yeah.
of the Corona. Like so
So
even yeah,
as far as that process goes, how long was he at your house for?
uh, f- two 2 days,
He was at your house for 2 days, really?
3 days. Yeah, three days. Sorry,
Yeah.
it was
So,
supposed to be 2 days, but the monk was busy, so 3 days. We had to
uh,
wait a day.
so did you guys also have the person that comes and does the makeup and makes the person look really nice?
That's later. So they they have the that's the thing I forgot about the last time we
Yeah.
were talking about it. So after all that prayer thing goes on, and then we're ready to go to the hall, um, this funeral hall. They have like this funeral place. So you the people who brought the body to the house, they come back again, and then you go to the hall,
Mm.
the the hall, yeah, and then they bring them there, and then they have like this cleaning ritual.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
they clean the body, and they change the clothes into
Yeah.
the 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 funeral clothes, and it alters from by case to case, but it's usually a kimono, some type of kimono.
Yeah.
And then the guys that do it, they have to clean the body and change the clothes, and they
Yeah.
do it in front of the guests,
Yeah.
like the family members, and
Yeah.
they can't show the body, so they have to hide the body and clean them and change the
Yeah.
clothes. It's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a movie that came out about 12 years ago. Okuretsubo, I think I can't remember the name. It's called Departure in English.
Hmm.
It's a really interesting movie about this celloist that loses his job and becomes um that funeral type of person. Really interesting movie. Yeah.
The one
And
that cleans the body.
yeah, it's a really interesting movie because it's one of the first. I think it's one of the first movies that actually talks about that ritual, and I guess it's a considered very kind of an unclean, undesirable kind of job too. So it was a very interesting movie. It's actually one of my favorite movies.
Hmm.
Yeah, you should watch that movie.
Undesirable. That
Yeah,
the guy that was doing it seemed pretty cool. Like he he so they cleaned the body with alcohol and stuff. They
yeah,
wiped it
yeah,
down and changed the clothes. And then after that, family members come up, and we do like a wipe too. Like we wipe some part of the body and
yeah,
clean and take turns. So everybody does this, and
yeah,
then after we're all done, he does. So if it's I don't remember what they did with the girl, but this time it was a guy. So they do like this last shave, like they shave the face, the
yeah,
beard, the stubbles. They put like shaving cream, and then they use like those switchblade kind of razors. It's not like the regular razor. It's like a blade
yeah.
razor.
It's like a straight edge.
Yeah, and then they just like shave, and then even the eyebrows they kind of shape it, or like get rid
Mm,
of all the like excess hair, so they make it a
yeah,
straight
yeah,
line. And then they also um, comb the hair to style it, put some gel,
yeah.
not gel, but some
No,
spray on there.
those guys look fantastic. I mean, honestly, they look
Yeah, it's pretty
fantastic after.
mean.
Yeah,
So that guy cleans it, and then
yeah,
we do more of the ceremony thing. and I don't know what's going on, so I just kind of watch the person before me and try to imitate and copy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you have there's a lot of, I don't know what it is. There's like this fire charcoal thing and some
Mm,
powder thing that you have to like put on top. There's a lot of that going on.
yeah, yeah.
I think it's like smashed incense. I'm not sure, but you
Mm,
grab it, you put it on, and then you pray, and then you give it to the next person, and they
yeah,
do that. There was a whole lot of that going on.
yeah.
But yeah, so after you clean the body, they do the cleaning ceremony. There's lunch, or yeah, some food. We eat some
Yeah.
bento, and we
Hmm.
wait for the guests to come, and then the funeral starts. So the body's in the front. There's this nice.
And
Um,
this is when you're at the funeral home, right?
this is at the hall, at the
The
funeral
hall, right?
hall. Yeah,
They got all the flowers. They got all the other place decked out too, right?
man, the flower thing is crazy.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
it's like ikebana on
Yeah.
steroids, on steroids. Like
So yeah, yeah,
that setup
yeah.
is mean.
Yeah, so they have the body in the back. They've got all the flowers, and then did you have like those big like kanji signs or whatever from different people? Like they have like these big
Yeah, you have like,
banners.
there was kanji signs, and then there were big flower wreaths with message on it, and then in the
Mm,
middle of the wreath they had some type
yeah,
of um present, like
yeah,
it was like food, or actually it's mostly food. There's like this big food platter thing in the middle of this big wreath, and then there's the
yeah.
person's name, who it's from,
Hmm.
and then it's just lined up all inside, all in the front.
Mm.
Yeah, and then
It's a
there's
spread, man.
ceremony again. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a spread, man. That I was really surprised at how decorative everything was, man. It's just for flowers alone. I'm guessing just only flowers, bruh. Easily like 10 grand, bro. Just easy.
man, the flower, that I'm still surprised by that. Like
Yeah,
I've
that,
seen the flowers before, but every time I see them,
yeah,
I'm just like, wow. And I always
yeah.
ask,
It's
like, is that real? Are these real flowers? Because
yeah, yeah.
it looks fake, but
And
it's not.
they're prepared specially. Those are specially made, and those bouquets are specially made for like funerals too. So that's a specially made bouquet. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And then the
Crazy,
monk
man.
does his thing again, but because of Corona, we had to cut the guest list, and I think we had
Yeah,
like a maximum capacity thing, and
yeah,
all the chairs were spread out, so it was really cautious, like, and we couldn't
yeah.
have so many people.
What was your guest list? How many people did you guys estimate to have?
I think it was about 30.
Uh,
Yeah, it was really small.
mm,
It would have been a lot bigger if more of the extended family could come and stuff,
yeah.
and
So
if we had the name too in the obituary.
sure. So the time frame as far as when you guys got to funeral home, how long were you guys at the funeral home for?
So the pass away, brought home 1, 2, 3. So 3 days we went to the funeral home, and the funeral place we stayed for 2 days, because you have to stay overnight.
Yeah,
Like after
yeah,
you do the first ceremony, you
yep,
stay. After the ceremony, you have like a party, like
yeah.
a
You have a party.
drinking
Yep.
party. I guess it's kind of like a last goodbye party. I'm not sure. That's
Mm,
that's what I'm assuming. It's like a last goodbye party. But
yep.
um yeah, there's tables laid out. There's some snacks and food, lots of alcohol, and you
Oh
just sit
yeah.
around,
All right.
drink. Bro, I drank like
Yep.
3 liters of whiskey, I mean highball.
Yep. I am gonna be honest. I got way, way, way too drunk and way, way, way too loud. I was kind of nervous at the funeral I went to and drank too much sake and became too loud and blacked out somehow. I don't know. Woke up the next morning with a massive hangover.
I had a hangover, but I was all right. I wasn't too loud.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was really loud. I'm surprised people talk to me. They warned me not to drink as much next time. So
Oh, you get in trouble.
no,
Uh,
I gotta get out of jail free card. I guess that time. So
First experience.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nervous, so it was all right.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So it's
the,
crazy too. I learned that in Hokkaido, it's a Hokkaido thing only, where you sleep there.
oh
Uh,
really?
yeah, with the body
Oh, that's
in the
interesting. Yeah, we
same
did
room.
that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's
they
really
don't do it in
interesting.
Honshu. Some of my Honshu students were really surprised when they went to um, maybe their spouse's parents' funeral or something like that, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
completely different from Honshu.
Oh, hmm.
Yeah. So you did that too. You slept over.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. I think the funeral I went to, relatives stayed there 2 days. I think at the funeral hall. So it was 2 days,
2 days,
and
right? One
then
night,
uh,
not 2 nights.
no, it was I think it was 2 nights. I think.
Oh, you stayed 2 nights. Mm.
Yeah. Well, I didn't stay 2 nights, but the relatives stayed one extra night before, and then we came the night afterwards, and we stayed over. But my experience was interesting too because mine included a tour. Did you do a
Tour,
tour?
tour
Yep.
of what?
Yeah, dude. So I think on the second day I think it was a second. I can't remember what we did, but we went on a tour, man. We went on a bus. We took all of the people that were there, the main family, and then we went on a tour, man. We went on a tour of the places the person lived, I think all the places where they really enjoyed, and then we went back to the funeral home. It was like a short life tour. It was really interesting.
That is completely new to me. I've never heard of this tour
Y-
part.
Yeah, yeah. We drove by the house where they lived, maybe another house where they lived. We drove by some of the relatives' house. It was really interesting. I was like, wow, this is very interesting.
So what did you learn on this tour? Did you learn anything?
I learned that was very interesting. That's about it.
There's no new spots. Some dream.
No,
Wow.
I was just really surprised, dude. Like, whoa, this is kind of interesting. We went on the bus,
But
group
I'd be
bus. We
tripping
went on,
too.
yeah, yeah.
I've never heard of this tour.
Yeah, and then afterwards, the second day, then I don't know if you probably had the same experience. We went to the place where they do the cremation.
Yeah, the crematory.
Yeah,
That's where I
crematory.
went. I went on the tour bus. Not tour bus. It looks like a tour bus, but we went on the shuttle
Yeah,
bus, and we went to the crematory the next day.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's another experience too, man.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, tell us about your experience with that, dude.
Well, the crematory is pretty interesting. Like the way they do it. I don't know. I don't think they do it like this in the U.S. But so what we did, I'm pretty sure it's standard. But what we do in Japan is we go to the crematory, and first we go to this first room. Um,
Yep.
we get all these items from the funeral home that we give. It's like some flag thing with some kanji on it,
Yep.
rice, some other things. I can't remember what they are, but some other
Yep.
items. And then they put it down in the front, and you do this small prayer. And then we go to the place that they cremate it, and it's pretty cool. Like they
Yeah.
they have this, I don't know, it's like a modified push cart.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But so they have like this push cart thing with the body on top, but then it's like Legos, you stick it in, it connects, and
It's
then
modular. Yeah.
yeah, and then it like sets down the casket, and then you pull it.
Yeah.
Oh, the casket, I forgot about that. So
Yeah. The
like
casket's interesting.
um before the crematory part, the casket at the funeral home, was it the funeral home? No, not at the funeral home. It right after the ceremony, when you get there, like you go to the crematory, you put
Hmm.
all that stuff down, and then uh Man, I can't remember. I'm sorry. I take that back. It was at the funeral home. At the funeral home, after the ceremony, so they
Yeah.
give you a bunch of flowers, and you put flowers in there like all around, and you put in
Oh
stuff
yeah, 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 yeah.
that maybe they want to be with. So like maybe
Mm.
a favorite clothing or a picture, or like something they really liked,
Like a
or
moment. Yeah.
yeah, like a moment. and and also you put in like juan, 10
Yeah,
yen.
yeah. Money. Oh yeah, yeah. You put money in there.
You
Yeah,
put
yeah.
10 yen all around, but this is after the cleaning. You put in 10 yen, and then after that you have the ceremony, and then you put in the flowers and the momentum and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Oh, it's a good thing I remembered. um
And that Juin is very interesting because after it connects to after the cremation, everyone gets a Juin too back, right? It's like a omemoria. It's like a good luck charm or something.
Man, it it was gone, or there may have been some small pieces, but there was none intact.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I think we got ours as like a omemoria, like a good luck charm.
If anything, it might have been like smaller or in a broken piece or something, but there was nothing. I don't remember anything intact.
Okay.
Um,
So
yeah,
back to your
yeah,
thing. So yeah, so everyone puts all the things in and the Juin, the 10 yen in there.
yeah. That's all at the funeral home though. And
Yeah.
then at the crematory, did I say crematory? Was that the correct? That was the correct
Yeah,
term, right?
crematorium. Yeah, crematorium.
Crematorium. Yeah, at that place. So you go to the Lego docking place, and you dock the body,
The
pull it
Lego
out,
docking place.
and then like this door shuts, and then they hit the switch,
Yeah.
and then you can sort of hear like the whoosh, but that's the last you will ever see the body, because when they
Yeah.
come back, they're just ash and bones. But
Yeah. Yeah.
while
Yeah. But,
they're cooking, nah,
well,
while
before
they're
that,
all right.
before when they do the modular thing you were talking about, you kind of say your last goodbyes before that, right? Everyone kind of goes and touches and looks at the body and stuff before they put it into the crematory.
Yeah, yeah, way before that, because
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Yeah.
they, I think we say our last goodbyes at the funeral home, not at the
Yeah.
crematorium.
Mm,
Because then they say this is the last time you can touch, this is the last time you can, uh,
mm.
yeah, this is the last time you can see him, like with the
Yeah.
open casket. And
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
they close it, it's gonna say closed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went to the the what is that? I don't know what it's called. Is it a furnace? Is that what it is? But
Yeah. The furnace. Yeah. Where you put the body to get burned, right?
yeah, so you put them in there, and then
Yeah.
that door shuts. That's it. You're not gonna see, like, as a like as a body.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not gonna see it. And then while they're in there being cremated, you go to a room,
Lunch
a
area.
waiting room, and you have
Yep.
lunch.
Yep. Have a bento.
Have a bento and a
And if you
coffee
can, yeah,
and a
bento
beer.
coffee takes about maybe an hour or so.
A little more than that. I think it was
You know,
about an hour and a half. Yeah, and it's timed like they want the bone, like they don't want it completely ash. So
yeah,
you want the bones to be burnt a specific way where
yeah.
it's not completely
It's
broken and you can
yeah,
pick it up.
it's intact, but it's brittle, is what it is.
Yeah, like most of it's broken, but like
Yeah,
the harder, more denser parts are still
mm,
intact. Like
yeah,
it's I think it's like a science, man. They got that down to a science.
yeah,
And from what I picked up, the guy that brought it and sees the bones and many other bones, bro, this guy was he was just like scoping out the bones, like, wow, he's like, this is very rare. Usually we don't see this one. And he like picks it up, and it's like, you see this this is rare, you don't see this. And like, wow, look at this. And And then like part of the skull has some color in it, and he'd be like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, so the teeth, he probably had some fake teeth, and then the color burns into the skull and stuff, so it becomes
Really?
like
He was giving you all the information about, oh, look at this. Look at
bro.
this.
Yeah, and then the family members is like, wow, what's this? I'm like, bruh, really?
Okay. Okay. Wait. Backtrack. So like, there's that room where everyone kind of says goodbye. They take the body into like the crematorium. It gets burned. You guys go
It's
eat. You guys come back, and you guys come back to that room, and they wheel in. What I noticed is they wheel in the same gurney that
yeah, the
the
Lego piece.
coffin was on, and there's just a whole bunch of bones, man, bones and ashes on this thing. And I remember looking at that thing like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah,
There's
it's
like the
it's
femur bone. There's like,
surreal.
yeah, it's very like it looked like medieval times kind of like scene, you know?
Yeah, no,
Like I
like
wasn't expecting that.
I couldn't the first time I couldn't process, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this time, like I knew what to expect, but my very first one that I went to, I couldn't
Shock,
process
right?
like
Yeah.
that there's a there's a skeleton in front of me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
dude. Yeah. The skeleton, there's bones and ashes, and it's like partially, you know, obliterated human being in front of me, right?
yeah.
On a gurney.
And I think maybe I'm like I think I'll take it differently than most people, because my personality is kind of fucked. but
Hey,
but
there's nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with that.
I was kind of speechless, like the very
Yeah,
first
me
time
too.
I saw it, I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
just like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
there's
Me too.
bone. And then what do? They hand you some chopsticks.
Here you go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did
it's
you
funny
do
because
that?
I did that too. Everyone gets the chopsticks and picks out a piece and puts it into that little
The urn.
uh yeah, the urn, and then somebody's smashing all the
Yeah,
bones.
the
So
smash.
yeah,
Bro, and
smashing them.
when they smash it, all the ash,
Yeah,
like there's some ash flying up. I'm like,
yeah,
bro, we probably inhaled some humans.
yeah. Probably,
I can't get
probably.
that.
No, it's
I'm 100% sure we did.
well, what got me is like the process seems very medieval. You know what I mean? Like it seems very like this kind of a primitive culture kind of thing. You know, it's the kind of thing maybe you see on National Geographic and like some like tribe that like live without technology. You know, that's 1,000 years old or something like that.
Is
And you're
it
doing
though?
this kind of, but it's in like modern day, modern day day and times, and it was really interesting to see, man, this big gurney of like ashes and bones, and everyone's getting chopsticks and passing the bone to the next person, and then one person smashing his bones into the urn. And it's very interesting.
Maybe that's normal though. Maybe the Western cultures medieval.
I don't know, dude. We don't do stuff. Well, America is a very young country compared to Japan, so I don't know if we have like any archaic things that we do at our funerals that are considered
Yeah.
like barbaric, versus other countries or something. But the experience was very interesting, man. Like I remember just kind of being, my jaw dropped when they brought in that gurney with all the stuff on it, dude. I was like, whoa, man,
There's a
there's a
process to
femur.
that too. Do you remember the process to that? I don't know if you remember it, but I totally forgot about it until I got
Yeah,
to
go through it.
experience
What
it
happened?
again. So when they bring in the bones,
Yeah.
they when you so they bring in the bones and everyone has a chopstick. This is why it's bad etiquette
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
pass food like chopstick to chopstick in Japan. Like if me and Jamie are eating, I don't grab sushi and then give Jamie sushi and he picks it up with his chopsticks.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, that's because of this funeral ritual.
Yeah.
So um one person gets a bone and passes the bone to the person next to him, and the next person picks it up with the chopstick too, and they pass it down the line,
Yeah.
and then you put it in the urn.
Yeah.
And after you do that a few times, then you start from the toes. It's always from the toes, and the last part that goes in is the head.
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
So
I forgot about that.
you take the, like, from the feet, and then you grab whatever bones you can see, and
Yeah.
you put it into the urn.
Mm.
Yeah, man, my youngest daughter, she was going crazy. She was just like, bruh, she grabbed like 3 or 4 bones, just like she was going off. And my
Well,
older
tonight.
daughter was like, Is it
Don't waste.
okay?" Yeah, but yeah, they move it, like there's like this sliding thing with the urn on top. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
starts with the feet, and then you're putting it in, and they slowly slide it up. And then
Yeah.
the last thing that goes into it is the head,
I
and
think the
then
head is
top of
from
the head,
the
the
closest. The
skull.
closest. Is it the closest relative that gets to handle that? I think. I think it is. Yeah.
It might be because yeah, I
Like the
think
spouse or whatever.
the son did it.
Ah, okay.
It
Yeah.
could
I
be the
think it's like the.
spouse, but if the spouse is not there, maybe it's like the next
Yeah.
relative.
I mean, that takes time too, man. That's like, you're trying to get this full. Well, it's not full, but it's like partially, burned like body, and trying to, get all the bones in there. It takes a while too, man.
When you put the femur in, you got somebody with the
Yeah,
poi pounder.
yeah, yeah. Pounding that thing.
That is a trip. That is a trip for real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That tripped me out, dude.
But it's I don't think it's barbaric per se. Like
I don't think it's barbaric.
it's their culture, it's
Yeah,
it's so interesting. Like, I find it fascinating. Like, I'm just pretty much just watching, observing,
yeah.
and soaking everything all in.
Well, for me, I didn't think it was barbaric as much as I thought it was just like it was very interesting because I think in the West we're so hands off with this kind of stuff. The closest
Yeah,
thing you do is we maybe kiss the body or touch the body or something, and then bye bye. That's all we do. We don't really take part of any ritualistic kind of things as far as like the funeral is concerned. So
and
we
then
don't take part in of putting the body into like a box or anything. We don't do any of that stuff.
with
So
chopsticks.
it made it, yeah, it made it more, I guess, personal. You know,
Yeah, and
it's more of a real
it might
experience.
be more healthy too. I don't know, developmental wise. Like, my my children are not afraid. Like, I think
Yeah,
if in the US or in Hawaii,
yeah,
kids won't normally go up to a corpse and be like, "Hey, how are you?" and like talk with them and like touch them.
yeah, yeah.
So
That's a
they're
good point.
very open with it.
Yeah,
When he was at the house, my kids were just like, "Hi, good night," and like touching, and like she
yeah,
was like
yeah,
opening the sheet covering the head. She's like, "Hello,
yeah.
good morning." She closed it. I was like, and she was like poking the cheek, and like,
Yeah,
don't poke him, stop it."
yeah. No, that's a good point. It's in the open. It's in the open, and kids maybe get to experience death, and it's not something to be kind of afraid of. I guess it's a part
Yeah,
of life.
I think it helps them understand like it's a natural process.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's a really good point, and it's there. It's right in front of them, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you take that process, and they see what happens, after the person dies in the process, and it's kind of. I'm sure it's very helpful psychologically also too. You kind of see this person being put to rest rather than somebody dies and boom they just disappear. Kind of
yeah.
like the Western style, right? Everything somebody dies and somebody takes care of everything, and you just pay the bill and that's all you do, right? You don't see whoever died. You don't take any process of that. You just take them home either in an urn later or you bury them in the ground, and it's kind of different. So I think that's a good point. Yeah, it's probably helps the kids deal with death and life a little bit
Like,
more
the concept is
realistically, I guess.
different.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so different. Yeah. Yeah, so you do that. You put them in the urn, and then they package it really nice.
oh,
Like,
beautifully, beautifully.
it's like there's a box, and the outside is wrapped with some type of, I don't know what it is. It's like some type of kimono material, and on the inside there's the actual urn, like the jar,
Yeah.
and then they cover it, and then you bring that back to the funeral home again, and then you have another ceremony, and then where the casket was, you put the urn there,
Yeah.
and then you bring the urn back to the home altar, and usually people come to visit, and it's there for about a week before you put it into the family grave.
Hmm.
Yeah, the family graves are interesting too. Like if you have a close family, a family
Hmm.
grave is such a nice concept.
Yeah.
But if you hate your in-laws, that's why we have ghosts. Stop it, you guys. Stop it.
Obake.
Like
Illa
for real though.
obake.
Do you know what the family graves are? It's interesting, right?
I haven't really been to any graveyards or anything out here, so I haven't experienced that.
You never been to the grave? You never been to your family's
No,
grave?
no.
Um, so like in the West, in America, and I'm pretty sure Europe and stuff, but where we have like individual graves, and
Yeah,
we usually buy plots like husband and wife
yeah, yeah, yeah.
next to each other, right? In Japan, they have the family grave. It's basically this really big monument thing, which is the grave, and then there's like this door that you slide open, and then you put the urn inside, and there's like generations of family in there. It's pretty nuts. Like
Oh,
to
wow.
Japanese people, it's regular, but for someone like me, I find this so fascinating. Like you could open this thing up, and then there's like 3 generations back, 4 generations back of family in there.
Wow. So with your family, at your family grave, how many generations are in there?
Next time I go, I'll go count the urns. But I I don't know, man. I don't know how many exactly, but the list of names on the outside is pretty long. I'm guessing three
Yeah.
or four, maybe
Well,
maybe four,
ah,
because Hokkaido is kind of like America. It's about a 200
yeah.
year history.
I don't know about
Yeah,
200 year. Maybe it's like 100,
150.
100 and yeah, 150 around there.
Yeah, I think America's like 200. Like so, yeah, it's like 150-year history. So
Yeah,
the ones in Hokkaido are very small.
kind of new. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I'm like, bruh, you have your entire family here in this one place.
Yep.
Like for Hawaii people, that sounds pretty cool.
Oh
But
yeah,
for
yeah.
people who do not like their in-laws, which I which I hear a lot about, like I don't want to be in there. I want my own.
Just dump me on the side of the road. I don't want to go in the grave with another asshole.
I know. You bring me to my own place. God damn it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, neat guy.
Oh, I'm gonna finish this and get my second beer.
Not by.
Kampai. But yeah, that concept of everyone, Matt. In Hawaii, you got to go to so much different plots to be like,
Yep.
oh, I gotta visit this relative, this relative.
Yep.
Hey, you know where the kind stay? Where the kind stay? Over here, you by the tree. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. All over the
It's
place.
so
And then
hard to find everyone.
yeah, and then like for my great grandfather's plots in Hawaii too. I think they're in like areas where like they move the grave, or it's an area where you can't go anymore because it's blocked off. It's like privately owned and stuff.
What? Somebody, some asshole bought a graveyard area.
Well, like my family is from Hokkaido, so like that Hokkaido area is all really expensive, like $1 million homes now. So I think there's areas you can't access anymore because the guys bought the area. So it's not easily you can't easily go to this like graveyard and stuff
Bruh,
anymore. So
that's bullshit. I'm pretty sure, like we have these. It's weird. We have these on Oahu too. Like there's a small private road, but the
Yeah,
backside of the private road is someone else's property.
yeah,
I think the rule with that is you're supposed to let them pass through, but you can't park cars there or do anything. But
yeah,
you have to let them through to get to their property. You can't just keep them out.
yeah.
That's so strange that you can't do that with
Uh, yeah,
graveyards.
yeah. I think it's complicated with a lot of stuff now because people, especially people that are not from Hawaii or not from the Hawaii, they go and buy these houses and they spend all this money and they believe that's their property and they
Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, sorry.
yeah. Yeah, so that kind of mentality, right?
I know. But yeah, man, that was it. And then yeah, then we came back to the our house
Yep,
and we had a second party, kind of like a second party. We had another
yeah,
party. We got some sushi and some beer and alcohol, and
yeah,
we just celebrated again. But
yeah,
like I thoroughly enjoyed this experience and experiencing funerals from both cultures.
yeah,
But I find the Japanese funeral style so unique and amazing.
yeah.
I
Well, it's
really enjoy it.
exhausting too, man. It's exhausting. Man. You spent like about a week
A week?
just at least, right?
Well, the funeral home and the cremation process is only 2 days,
Yeah, yeah. But the
but
process of like doing everything, right? Like the whole
uh,
experience was at minimum of like a
you
week,
know why? You didn't grow up in a Filipino household. The process is like 40 days.
It's a lot of eating and drinking.
I'm like, fuck you again. How bad was this person? You got to pray for 40 days.
Catholics.
my my grandma, man. My grandma's like, no, you gotta pray. You gotta... I'm like, bruh, no, you don't. Okay, you guys pray. I'm gonna go watch some TV and play some games. Call me when the prayer's over. I'll eat some food.
Yeah, yeah. I'll pray when I'm playing the game.
I guess it depends on what kind of family style you grew up with. Because for me, the process was super short. Like
Yeah,
even the prayers are like 30, 45 minutes, maybe less than that, less than 45
yeah,
minutes, maybe.
yeah.
Uh, not in some Catholic home, some Filipino Catholic home. That fucking, I'm like, how the fuck long do you have to pray?
Maybe the
God
person
rest his soul.
it depends how long the person sinned for, right?
I know, right? Like, you have
Yeah,
so much
sinner. Oh,
trust in
keep
it.
on praying. Keep on praying for Uncle Pedro. Got to keep on praying for him. He was a bad boy.
Bruh. But yeah, so that's actually a plus part for me is I'm so used to long funerals, like
Ah,
really
okay.
long ceremonies, that the Japanese style is actually, it feels shorter and it's more hands-on.
Yeah,
Like like you're bruh, if in a Filipino funeral, or if I don't know if it's Filipino, but in a Hawaii, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down. Wait, I'm fucking doing squats, man.
it sounds like you're doing the hokey pokey, bro. You know,
There's a lot of standing up and sitting down, and,
uh,
and then you eat some bread.
bread and some wine, the blood of Christ, right?
Right. I honestly thought I was getting drunk off that when I was young. I was like, this is real wine, right? This is real wine.
This is real. this is really the. This is really a real good bread. Yeah, real good bread.
Come to find out, I was drinking fucking grape juice.
Yeah, great. Oh my God, you didn't know that, dude?
Yeah, I didn't. I was young. I was
Oh,
young
okay.
and I thought I was getting
Yeah,
drunk.
yeah,
Placebo's
they're
a
really good.
motherfucker.
Interesting. I don't know. For me, like I guess for me it was like the funerals here. I've only been to like two funerals, so it was quite long for me. It was pretty exhausting, man. I remember coming home after the funeral ended. It was like exhausting, man. It was like pretty exhausting experience.
I mean, it is tiring,
Yeah,
but compared to my funeral experiences in Hawaii,
yeah.
it's nothing.
Oh, so as far as after the funeral, everything's all done. The priest comes back to your house after a certain amount of time, right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long, but they come back and then you do another ceremony thing.
Yeah, and then they come back for Obon, the first Obon, I think, too, right in August.
Is it the first Obo? I'm not too sure with this. Like I'm not too sure with the what happens after. Like
Mm. Or the anniversary of their passing. I think the priest comes to your house, I guess.
the
Sorry about that.
anniversary, something happens guaranteed on the anniversary.
Yeah, yeah,
I think there might be something with that Obon thing. I'm not
yeah.
completely sure. I'll let you
Mm.
know because Obon's coming up. um, but I don't know, man. But it was you know, it's I think this is therapeutic for me too because the person that passed away was my grandfather, my wife's
Mm.
grandfather.
Yeah,
Um, I just remember he was super nice to me. And
yeah.
if you're not familiar with Japan, you usually family don't like you marrying foreigners.
No, I remember your I remember your grandfather too. Your wife's grandfather. He seemed like a very nice guy. I don't remember talking to him, but seemed like a really nice dude.
But that guy is super nice. Like
Yeah,
he had this I can do everything mentality and stuff, and
yeah,
like a really blue collar guy, work hard. But
yeah.
um yeah, I just remember like when I first came to Japan and I fucked up a lot via Nomi Hodai.
Oh,
Like
haven't we all? Haven't we
bro,
all?
my oldest daughter's very first undokai, the exercise day, I
Yeah.
went there fucking reeking of alcohol uh, and like I was dying, but
Yeah.
I didn't even make it home that night. Did I make it home? Maybe I barely made it home. I'm not sure, but I remember it was winter time, and I
Yeah.
was like my wife was so pissed. She just fucking left me on the on the bottom, and then he came to check on me. He gave me a
Yeah.
blanket and pillow, and like he made sure I didn't freeze to death. But
Nice.
it was, bro. Like you think you fuck up that big, you'd only do it once, but no, I
Yeah.
fucked up multiple times, and I'm
I hope
sorry.
you buy your wife. I hope you buy your wife something really nice for her birthday and Mother's Day, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? No. Um. Well, I know she doesn't like flowers because flowers are useless, but uh, no, fuck you, like for real. He always checked on me and like he checked on everyone. He was always worried
Yeah.
about everything. He didn't want to give everyone a hard time. He
Yeah.
he he was such a cool dude, man. Um, and he deserved everything that he enjoyed because he just worked for it. Like he
Yeah. He's a
came.
hardworking dude.
Oh, bro, this is something I found interesting, and I think I enjoyed this more than everyone else. And I really wish I could read Japanese because somebody wrote 150-year book history about the family,
Oh,
like
really?
150-year history, like where they came from before Hokkaido and
Dude,
stuff
that
like
is
that.
awesome.
And I was like, you're going to read this to me. You're going to translate this to me because I want to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was the only one who found that very like I was
Interesting, right?
so impressed by that. I was like, bruh,
Yeah,
I wish somebody did this to my family because I don't. I know one. I honestly know two. No. Is it one generation? My grandparents, or are they second? My second two. I know two generations back, which is my
yeah,
grandparents. That's it. I don't know
yeah,
anything before that. Like a
yeah,
150-year history of your family is fucking
yeah.
nuts. And it was 50 pages in Japanese.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, I probably can go back as far as on my dad's side, go back to my great grandfather. Yeah, he was. I think he was born like 1870 something like that.
Where?
Kyushu.
Yeah, like I know my grandparents, three of them are from the Philippines. One of
Yeah.
them was born in Hawaii. Only one was born in Hawaii. So I think that
Hmm.
technically makes me four generations of Hawaii. I'm not sure. But or is that four? Third? My grandparents, my
No, so
parents.
you're a
Oh,
third. Your
third,
grandparents, father, your
third.
mother, father, and then you're third.
Is that 2.5 though? Or like 2.25? How do you count this? 2.3?
No, it's like third. Well, like when we say like generation, so
It was
like
just one
my
grandfather.
my great grandfather came from Kyushu. Then my grandfather was born in Hawaii. Then my father was born in Hawaii. Then I was born in Hawaii. So I'm fourth generation.
Like one grandfather was born in Hawaii.
Yeah,
My other grandfather and my two grandmas were born in the Philippines.
yeah. So like
So is that like 2.3?
no, it's like first they're first generation and first yeah because so first generation so like
Like do you divide it?
they so actually no so I guess it depends on like which how you continent I guess.
How do you count it though? Like I'm always confused by this because like
Okay, so
one only
uh,
one
uh,
out of the four was born in Hawaii.
okay, so I are you talking about what generation you are? You mean?
Yeah, like do I start from the one born in Hawaii or like
I
the
guess
other three don't
it
count?
I guess it depends on it depends. That's a good question.
Yeah. So you are also confused.
Yes, you're confusing the shit out of me right now.
So I'm like
I would just say like you probably go from like the one that was born in Hawaii, so that you're a
or
third
2.3
generation. What the
generation.
fucking 2.3? What the fuck are you talking about? 2.3? What the fuck, dude?
Because my other grandparents don't count, right? I got
I I would just go from the oldest one that was the one that was born in Hawaii. So that's basically
so
makes
you're
you like a
rounding then you're
yeah,
rounding.
you're a third generation
So you're a
Filipino
rounder.
American rounder. That 2.5 bullshit. That the fuck is up with that, dude?
So I had a discussion with this. Am I Filipino American or am I American Filipino?
You're a Phil American.
But I'm American first. I don't even know the Philippines. So it shouldn't be American Filipino.
Oh, you're
Like
American, dude.
would
You're
wouldn't
American.
wouldn't a Filipino American be someone who was born in the Philippines with Filipino um ancestry and what do you call that, citizenship, but they moved to America and then became Americans? Wouldn't they be Filipino American?
They'd be just Americans.
They just, you don't distinguish like this.
Nope.
You don't
You're
get
an
into it deep.
American. That's Filipino.
No, I'm from Hawaii, man.
Hey, yeah, you're an American.
No, I'm from Hawaii, who happens to be an
Yeah, yeah.
American. No,
Yes, like me.
no, I'm American. From Hawaii.
Miracle.
It's weird though. Hawaii people like to distinguish that they're from Hawaii first.
Yes, we do. I
Yeah,
think it makes it easier and it doesn't lump you in with everybody else because I think the mentality people have in the mainland is a little bit different than Hawaii mentality. So,
it's a guarantee.
yep.
Um, what were we talking about that before? I don't remember what we were talking about before it diverged.
I don't remember, dude.
Mission accomplished.
Def- deferred.
Um, yeah. So I don't know. I I don't got anything else. Yeah, if anyone has any questions that we missed or about funerals in Japan or even funerals in Hawaii, comment
Yeah,
bitches.
hit us up. Hit us up. Yeah, there. Or actually, if you have any things you want to talk about, any questions that you guys want to ask us, please drop us a line. We'll be happy to like do that. And hopefully, we're gonna have some people guesting on here pretty soon too. We're gonna have some good, cool people. Got some cool people we know all around the world. We can have possibly on here too. So hopefully, we get my friend that's a professional gamer on here.
I really want him on. Like, bro, James is so cool. He knew I hated that fucking Russian guy, and he really tried to. He really tried to like turn it down.
Yeah.
He knew I was having a problem with it.
Yeah, actually, we all knew you're having a problem, dude. I know that was
Except
a weird
the
night.
Indian guy. The Indian guy didn't know. I had to fucking bruh. If I wasn't outnumbered, I'm still so salty about that. Jamie, why you bring me to these people?
I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen, dude.
Not as Russians and Indians, but like these people. These people were assholes to me, but they're good friends, so I respect them. But fuck them. Oh, you still here in Sapporo, guy?
Nope.
Fuck you. All right. We're out.
Ace and out.
Sup-Sapporo Dosanko life. All right. Let's go.